as I can tonight. So at the moment my streams are back to being like 4 hours, just about, and I'm kind of hoping that that's gonna give me a little bit more time. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get all the way down to like Baal's minions. I don't think I'm gonna be fighting Baal tonight, but I'm very curious to see how far I can get. I also know I'll probably die pretty like soon off the bat because my reaction time should be a little bit shit, because like the lack of sleep combined with like the rigging, so like my wrists and fingers and all the muscles connected to them are kind of short, just because of how rigging is. Not the best thing to do before a Diablo night, but I mean, the game's trying. Oh, there we go. I was curious for a sec there. I'm like, we might not get in. I'm like, if it doesn't go in, I'm just going to bed. Anyway. How you guys been? Let's get you. And what is my quest and crap? I guess I've got those two still. And then find Baal's throne room. Oh yeah, that's right. There's the, there's like the Worldstone keep, then there's the Worldstone room or some shit, and then I don't know, my brains, I have no like long-term memory capacity tonight. We've got that like, I'm in that tired bracket, so we don't have that. It's not unlockable either. I am having an energy drink as we speak, and it's not doing much. I must have topped up everything, but how is my storage going? I'm so stoked. I'm so keen to play, just in general. Because, like, it's been a while since, I don't know, since we weren't, like, stuck with, like, a mighty evil. Like, I'll still probably walk in here and die, you know. My tooth hole healed already. I don't feel it, and no swollenness. It's really third day after surgery, wild. Oh, that's because it's got a plug in it. So when you have your wisdom teeth removed, depending on how they get surgically removed, depending on which direction they were growing in and shit, either I think they normally like pack out the wound or something like that with some shit, and or your body kind of like puts essentially like a wet scab in the hole, and if that falls out, you can get something called a dry socket, which is extremely painful. I had one of those, but I wouldn't consider that to be extremely painful, but I think my pain tolerance is just kind of bunk, because like I had like a abscess tooth at one point, and I didn't go to a dentist because I couldn't afford it at the time, so I just kind of like laid in bed and just like pressed really hard on my tooth until like it poured through the actual like roots of the tooth down into my mouth. So I might be a different kind of creature. But yeah, you gotta just be careful while it's healing. Fuck off, mate. You gotta be careful while it's healing that you don't drink or eat any kind of stuff where, like, if you're using a straw, you gotta be careful with like the suction process, because it can cause you to accidentally suck the scab plug out, essentially, out of the hole, and that can also cause a dry socket thing. If it's like in there well enough, you should be fine. Tell me I can't use a straw. Yeah, see, I didn't listen. Because I couldn't stand not brushing my teeth for days, and I wasn't allowed to brush my teeth for a couple of days. So I ended up conjoining like 2 or 3 straws and just funneling it down my throat. And I don't know, somebody out there's going to be way too into this information, but essentially like I just, oh shit, there's gut maim in here. But somebody's also into that too, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I ended up like working out that there's a way that you can kind of like drink a straw liquids and stuff further down into like your throat without actually having like any kind of like suction, in a sense. It's a muscular process instead. Yeah, I'm not going too detail into that one. Tell me you can't use straw. Yeah, no, I saw that. Hold on. Back off. Yes, it just, yeah, I did. I had 4 wisdom teeth out at once. I think I just ended up not eating for the most part because it was more of a hassle. I'm fucking bad for that shit, but I ended up just being like, this is more annoying to try to eat and I can't clean my mouth. And then I ended up with the dry socket as well. But I had 2 teeth that were growing sideways, like horizontal into my other teeth, and I had 2 teeth that were coming up. One was coming up straight and one was coming up on a very, very slight angle, which was going to grow up underneath and push out one of the back teeth. So yeah, I had to get them all removed at the one time. I wanted them. I wanted to keep my wisdom teeth, but the one that was, apart from the fact that the one that kept pushing up underneath the tooth, it kept like rising and then falling, and apparently wisdom teeth do that. Well, that's not a bad ring for at least getting my ass back in. We're gonna keep that one. Yeah, apparently wisdom teeth can kind of like, what do they call it? There's a word for when they like break through the skin and then they go back down and shit. I don't remember what it is. But I had that. And the only one that was good underneath like it all, I think there were like something about, like, I don't think I had like a rotted tooth perhaps, but I think there was an issue with like where it was going to shift everything over or something and was going to be difficult to brush. And so that was why that one got taken with it. But I can't even remember when I got this done. I feel like I don't even remember where I lived at the time. Wisdom tooth was sideways. Probaring the other tooth though. Too. Yeah. Those ones kind of suck. Mine felt like having a nacho chip stuck in my gum. The best way I could describe that one is it just felt like I had like a little shard of like nacho chip like sticking in the back of my gum behind a tooth, but like pressed up against, you know, the fleshy bit that's at the end of your gum between your tooth. Yeah, that's basically what that one felt like. I'm gonna keep this because I'm up against Baal. If I go down and I die, I need to be able to get my corpse back. So we finally got a spare ring. Actually not that bad realistically, but it's not equal or better. But yeah, it still sucks. Like the dental stuff still kind of sucks, you know.
At your service. But
like once it's over and shit, you'd be amazed at how like quickly the human body just adapts to like immediate changes and shit. To, I don't know, removals and whatever kind of thing. It's kind of almost scary, amazing how like the body just does that. It's like, oh cool, we don't have this anymore. Okay then. You know? But yeah, I do hope that like you've been resting and that like you've actually been able to rest while you're working too, because that's a whole nother thing. So you're probably like working your ass off. Oh yeah, this is Worldstone Keep too. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have to go down to level 1. That shit's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to work while you've got your wisdom teeth out. I took a few days off, or a week or something like that for mine. I'm hearing things. I'm seeing gloams, I'm pretty sure. Be careful with those. Those things would get me dead. Yeah, I think I had like a week off or something like that because I think I had a, what do you call it? Like a customer facing kind of job at the time. So I needed to be able to speak and shit. But yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be trying to work with that. The other thing too is obviously standing up for long periods of time or doing too much exercise while you've got like recovering like stitches in your head and stuff, because it's in your jaw and stuff. You know, you can always have like, I don't know, like fainting. You can you pass out and stuff. I feel like I heard a gloam, but I don't see one. Let's put you down there. Or are you dying from that poison real quick? Hold up. It's been calmer at work. You're done as work. Both of them are dead. Very next day after surgery. Oh, he's running away. But I was only for an hour. Coming today for 5 hours. Oh yeah. That is a lot better. But it's still kind of long time, you know. Hopefully, like, you can still, like, I do hope that, like, you're in a position where you can, like, sit down and give your body a couple of minutes every so often, you know. Because, yeah, it's kind of like the, you know how you mentioned one time about the sunburn and stuff like that, you know, when you get a sunburn and stuff like that, it's like your whole skin has taken an injury, something like that. It's the same kind of thing, except in like your mouth and jaw and stuff like that, you've got like all these nerves and shit that's connected to stuff. It would also make probably like eating lunch and stuff very difficult at the moment for you, I'd imagine. Like I said, I gave up trying to eat shit after like 48 hours. When I had my wisdom teeth out, I'm like, I don't need food. Essentially was my logic. I don't recommend that for other people too. Listen to your own body and you decide what's good for you and stuff based on like the medical advice you're given and shit. But yeah, I'm notoriously very bad for like if it's too much of a hassle. If eating is too much of a hassle, I just don't do it. Like at the moment this week, I didn't realize this was an open area. This week we're trying to figure out like some easy kind of meals to make that we can afford to, so I can like just have something in a container that I can either eat out of the container or, you know, I can just like 5-10 minutes reheat, you know. I had to go 2 days without eating meat. It was horror. Oh man, I wonder what that's like. Ah, Shadow. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, anybody that might be new and that doesn't understand why I'm like Josh and Shadow about that, it's for like the last 10 years I haven't been able to eat meat because of my medical condition and stuff. It's only been recently that I've been able to eat some meats again. And I do find it quite, not like a hilarious, like amusing type thing. What, I do get like a mild lol out of it when somebody's like, they can't eat the meat or something like that for, you know, like a day or two or a week or something like that. I'm like, man, that must be difficult. Anyway, that's really mean. I've also got Bar laughing at me. Fucking hell, he's doing lightning. Hey, Jaylee. What the fuck are you? You getting naps in? I'm here for my morning acrylic yaps. Oh, yeah? So it isn't the pre-day sleepy. I see. You know how you said yesterday that you've been here for like a year? It occurred to me like, oh, it might not have been yesterday. It occurred to me like after the fact, I'm like, most people, when they like sub and stuff like that, like normally it's not in the same kind of timeline one-to-one as like their followage and stuff. And just out of like a point of curiosity, I had a look at that and I'm like, well shit, you have been here for a fucking year. So the story checks out, Jilly. I just thought it was funny. I don't know, I thought that was an unusual instance of like a one-to-one. You're like a rare creature. Might even say you're a, you know, rare sea creature perhaps. I should have got to check my privilege. It's not even like that show, but that's funny. That's really funny though. I have been able to eat meat again, so, you know, it's not that bad. Like, we've got a pork roast. I've got the energy to be awake early enough tomorrow. I'll put that on. Otherwise, we'll just eat it later. And then we'll make that into something. For some reason, our grocery store is, like, out of, like, miscellaneous stuff. Like, they got no potatoes and they have no apples. Like, what the fuck? You know? I like to, like, have an apple or, like, whatever with, like, a cup of noodles. That's, like, basically what I eat most of the time. And there's no apples. And there's also no potatoes. I wanted to do potatoes as like a side to the roast. Like a potato bake or something like that, you know? I don't know if there's anything in here. It's like suspiciously empty. You know? I think it was the first gift sub. Oh yeah. I think first I had a gift sub. Maybe. It does usually count that. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's doing all the lightning. Hey, Bax. How you been? Greetings indeed. Yeah, no, I think that's like one of the good things about like Twitch at least is like, you know, you have a chance to, you know, be found by like somebody gifting us up. I also realized I didn't change my go live message and I don't know what the fuck I left it as. It was probably like the cookout on the rim from yesterday. So yeah, we're not playing Room World at the moment, as you guys might have noticed. I just realized I knew I forgot to change something, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was. I might go back before we go in there. Oh, it's love to see you in Diablo II Resurrected. Yeah, well, we finally beat the Ancients. Hold on, I gotta go talk to Kane. We finally beat the Ancients last week. Oh, that was epic. Took at least 4 separate streams to beat them. And I'm still level 83, which is nuts. I should be a lot higher for hell, you know. So I think she did incredibly well, you know. This is a raccoon, but identity theft is no joke. I know, somebody threatened to fucking set Triantha's bin on fire the other day. I couldn't friggin' believe it. I'm like, they didn't know that he was in there, but, you know, anyway. Triantha is Chaos Senpai. He's a raccoony lord and savior. Anyway. What else is going on? What's that omnivore privilege? Lol. He'd love to hear that. Oh yeah, arrows. Arrows, and I gotta check my cube. Was it my partner was diagnosed as diabetic a few months ago? I learned to really appreciate how much I can eat without issue. Yeah, there's one of those things where unless most people don't have or don't know somebody close in their life that has like medical conditions and stuff like that that cause like a restrictive diet, and so for some people, like, I don't know, it's what do you call it, like not sympathetic. Or this room's gonna be a bit of bullshit because of that guy over there. Hold on, I gotta set this pack on fire as best I can. There's an electric dude in here and I don't want none of that shit. Hold on, honey, you go into the group. There we go. That scattered the collective. Let's get rid of you. So did you draw your avatar? It's so good. I did. So I drew my PNG tuber, and she has 3 different hair colors, I think 7 different outfits that can be used in combination with each other, and she also has an alternative form that is also compatible with the hair colors and has got a few different varieties of the outfits. Holy shit. Just hang 10 for a second, Jaylee. I can't change in here. The electric dude will get me dead faster than anything else. Pick a dress. Oh yeah. I think my Valkyrie went down. I need to be in a position where I can get the dude around the corner. But yeah, I'm also currently working on my Live 2D avatar, which, speaking of, Jelly has seen sneak peeks of her in her chrome dome nests of the early rigging stage. But yeah, I was working on that yesterday, which is why I haven't slept. And oh shit, hold on, Valkyrie. And yeah, I'm slowly making progress on her. It's taking a long time. I drew her. I haven't done a Live 2D avatar before. I haven't done rigging before, so this is all new to me. I didn't get the decoy around the corner. There we go. Or somebody's downing them immediately. So yeah, it's quite a lot of work because I'm learning how to do it as I'm doing it. Let me put you in there. What do we got? Rust Thorn. He was undead, cold enchanted, probably lightning enchanted, and fuck knows what else. I assume like aura enchanted, maybe? I need to get rid of the lightning dude. I'm incredibly weak to lightning. I just want to get what I can in here, because I remember last time we came down here in hell, I think I died in this little area. Give me some of the stuff. She should be able to handle that for 1 minute. No, there's one more lightning dude. Okay, let me go back up to this. Go back into town. Because if I stand there, they'll get me dead. But yeah, no. I'm looking forward to however long that takes.
Stay a while and listen.
Getting that eventually finished. Because it's a surprisingly big project to do a live 2D avatar from scratch with no prior experience. I think she's turned out good. Like, I had some breakthroughs and stuff again today. I spent like another 11 hours or whatever on her today. But yeah, a lot of it's just figuring out how the fuck stuff works and either finding a tutorial, or if a tutorial doesn't exist, sitting there and going through the menus until I can figure it out, which I've done at least twice now. What else? Oh yeah, the clothes. Hold on, I gotta, what was that? It was the purple hair. I gotta do this just quick enough that we don't get zapped. What am I in? I've got the normal, there we go. Alright, and the white dress. Hold up, I gotta move behind something else for just a second. Also, if you guys didn't know, when you guys change her hair and her outfit, and then if you were to also get the Kitty Venus alternate form, she changes between the base outfit and the alternate outfit. And sometimes those outfits are different. Just as a heads up, but you guys might find that interesting. Oh, I will stretch. I just gotta be quick about it. Because if I stand still too long, Bowl will kill me. Alright, let's do a stretch, Shadow. The backs didn't pick a dress, so I did. That's fine. They may not want to use the points, or may not necessarily know which one to pick. You know, as always, all sorts of stuff. It's very talented. I should think about making a cartoon anime, to be honest. I could have would. Look, I have got books. I wrote books for my character. My avatar is my self-insert character, right? For like a whole heap of stories, TV, anime, whatever. But I did write dedicated stories for her. And so she has like her own world and stuff like that, but I don't know what that is in the next room. I think those are ghosts, maybe? But yeah, anyway, I had always hoped when I was a kid to make it into maybe an anime. I was making it into a webcomic. Oh, it's not porn, hold on. I'm dead extra fast. Who are you, mate? Somebody's got you over there. I can't see him. Fire enchanted mana burn. That would explain that. Hold up. Eliza, come for a run. Come with me. Go back around the corner. Yeah, no, the amount of time that like an avatar takes to make, I couldn't justify making like an anime. Plus, I've got no animation experience either. From like drawing cartoons, webcomics and shit, right? There is no way I'd want to make an animation. I'm too slow of an artist for that. As in, like, I genuinely do take quite a long time to draw something. And, you know, when you happen to have like animations and stuff, you've got to draw a lot of very similar or the same kinds of scenes and all sorts of stuff, unless you can have like a template type thing, which of course is where like webcomics happen to be good for that kind of stuff, because, you know, you can just have like a bunch of locations and scenes already drawn. But if you've got to access that location from even the slightest different angle, unless it's a 3D rendered layout, it's not going to help, you know. This is all shit that I think of. Plus, obviously, like, I've like wrote fucking other stories. We read my dream stories out and shit, and yeah, I can't wait till you guys eventually get to see the live 2D avatar, but as long as like nobody's like, you know, basically frothing at the mouth for that release, because I'm really concerned that like it's not going to be this year, you know, even though, oh shit, I nearly ran into that. Even though I'll probably have, because this week and next week I'm doing streams, but then the end of the month, last 2 weeks or whatever, last week of this month and the first week of next month, I'm not streaming. I've got holidays. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just taking time off, but I don't think I can honestly sit still for like a whole week and do like 2 weeks and do nothing. So I'm gonna do like a week of rigging, and yeah, instead of like not being productive, I think I'll feel better if I do that. So yeah, they'll give me a bit of an extra kind of like jump along. I'm still very far away from finishing her, but yeah, it takes a long time. This dress is nice. Yeah, I like this one, the little white dress. I like the black dress, and I like the little white dress, and like I also have like an alternate like pink hair as well, but I can only like set that they don't work together. I've never actually sat down and set that up. I would have to make it its own like singular avatar.
I am
because like the other two are already basically like maxed out. I have just enough room to slap that in there and that in there. Probably actually, hold on, that too. Yeah, throw that in there. There we go. Cool beans. I'm hoping that amulet's something good. I found a purple hair with the red bow. I haven't meant to change the bow. Both look better with purple. So the funny thing about that is the red bow is basically my trademark, right? The red bow and my star. Typically my star necklace or a star on like my outfit, and the red bow. Specifically the bow. Which is why it tends to stay red for most of my outfits. Because it's a design choice. It's literally part of like my character. But as for the actual outfits, so every single outfit, so like for instance Minty, Silver, Lav, all of them all have got the combination of the skirt and the bow. I have got so many fucking images for each variation. I only chose I need health. I only ended up choosing Silver, Minty, Lav, little white dress, and the little black dress. Right? Oh, we got Moon Eye the Hungry here. Hold on. Demon extra fast. Where'd you go? I'll find him later. There he is. Fire enchanted, cold enchanted, immune to fire, immune to cold. Cool beans. Yeah, anyway. So, each one of those, like for instance, Lav has got, like the purple ribbon with Silver, Minty, you know, the white dress, the black dress, all those things, and so on. It's just that when I went through and I narrowed down which ones were going to end up being on my PNG tuber, I chose the ones that looked the most aesthetically pleasing at the time, because I have a lot of different character outfits.